Hello everybody! Okay, so today I've been playing a fair bit of Terran recently. Maybe I just wanted to try something, well not maybe. I wanted to try something that wasn't Zerg, because I was getting really tired of, well, basically being obliterated on Zerg. Like I was having a hard time getting past, excuse me, sorry I'm eating. A hard time getting past Silver League, so I decided maybe I'll try playing Terran. So there's one match in particular that I wanted to cast. I believe it was this one here on Submarine. I lost this match, but it was really strange, and so I'm going to show you here the match itself. It's only, what, 10 minutes long. So let's begin. Okay, so basically, just to kind of make sure you're clear about this, basically I am following a build order, or kind of a, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't even speak English today. Vibe, the YouTuber Vibe. I'm following his kind of strategy in order to kind of how to get better at the macro game. So that's my idea here, I guess. So, right now, I'm just basically building SCVs rather non-stop. I think I'm missing one here. Come on, I could probably build it. Anyway, and then first thing on the top of the ramp, like always, use this one to scout by clicking your opponent's mineral line, and so forth. So far, I think I'm doing fine. I have basically 2 SCVs queued always. But this person up here is building a lot of excess SCVs, to be completely frank. I don't understand. Okay, so we built this supply depot. Oh, it is a skin. That's not what mine looks like, is it? No. Anyway, and he sent this guy down here. So when I got my guy in his base, the first thing I thought is, he has a lack of supply depots. There's nothing in here. I was looking around and was like, okay. So my instant thought was, okay, so I'm clearly being proxied. So when I sent this I was gonna say drone, this SCV back, I kind of looked around the map. I clicked all over the place or whatever, trying to figure out, okay, if they have nothing in their base, where's their stuff? So I sent my SCV around the map. And if you look at the production tab, you see they're building 2 barracks and a command center. Now, at this point, I have my barracks. I'm mining here. It's a little bit oversaturated, but I'm building this, and I'm going to build an extractor here soon. I think I was, yeah, there we go. I think I was a little this SCP is not doing anything. Ugh. I think I was a little focused on the fact I was trying to, like, where is their thing? Where are they building? Well, my SCV comes around, and I see that, oh, look! They have a barracks. And I could have noticed they had a command center as well, but I don't think I looked.
Command center upgrade complete.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did look. I don't remember. But the point is, I wasn't really cluing into the fact that they were doing this. And, oops on everyone. So basically, they must have flown this barracks over. So at this point, I was like, okay, well, let's defend my front for a push. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna push. Well, they put this over here, including my base. Well, it's in their main base. I assumed they had done this. They're building an engineering bay. So this has cost them a lot of minerals. They invested a fair bit into this. But basically, they're sitting here building a submarines. And once those marines are basically finished, and this thing is finished, I look over and it's like, there's a command center flying into my base. What's happening? And it lands right beside mine. And then instantly, these 2 SCVs come out, and it upgrades into a planetary. At which point I'm thinking, oh my god, how do I deal with this? I can't beat their thing. So my instant thought was, okay, well they're turning into a planetary fortress. My, like, marines, which is all I had at this point, 2 marines, are not going to be able to destroy this siege gun, basically. So I better move to a new base. I moved pretty far away. I think that might have been, I'm trying to think of what my errors were, but I think my first one was I moved, like, way up here or something for some reason. I literally could have probably just kept this base and taken this one or this one. I didn't need to move so far. I think that was one issue. But how do you respond to this? Like, as a player, like, as a Terran player, this is a strange thing. I mean, nothing I had at this point could defeat a planetary. I mean, maybe if I had got a siege takeout, but I didn't have one. So what do you do? My whole thought was, okay, well, my thought was, okay, well, they've invested a fair bit of resources in this. They basically have a useless command center there. I mean, technically they can mine from it, but it's pretty far from any minerals. And then I noticed with this refinery, oh my god, they're building another one. So they're clearly in the red in terms of production, because they've built what? One useless command center, so that's 400 minerals plus whatever a planetary costs. What does a planetary cost? Plus 150 minerals and 150 gas to basically force me to lose my base, but that was an expensive endeavor. And I mean, I'm sitting here, okay, well, I still have these things. I still have this base. But as soon as I realized at this point they were actually going to officially take this thing, I'm like, well, this is stupid. I'm screwed. My natural here is not going to be easily defendable. So that's why I canceled that bunker. I'm like, I don't need to waste those minerals. So I had set up here. Unfortunately, it's not well defended, has 3 openings. It was probably a very poor choice for a base. I mean, this one would have been good. This one of these high ground ones. I mean, yeah. I mean, technically, our initial bases are the best defended. Now he has his 2 bases are the most easily defendable bases in the map. Has a Reaper here. I think he's trying to figure out where the hell I put my stuff. Well, up here. That's where I did. He's leading you right to it. Have fun finding it. And I'm still sitting here mining with 1 Marine at this point. So at this point, my economy is kind of wonk. These ones are finally all here. I have no supply depots, basically, because I knew these ones were going to fall here in a second. Those 2 Marines are sitting there rubbing it out. Siege tank's coming up on his part. It's at the 5-minute mark, so this is very late for these things. And here comes the starport. I hate flying units as a Protoss, as a Zerg player frequently. I hate those things. So he wasn't destroying this. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna research the building armor upgrade. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, this map really set me off kilter. Like, I wasn't expecting to have to, well, fly my base away and all this. And the whole time your base is flying, I mean, you're not mining at that point. And now this Reaper's like, haha, you can't land. Haha. And I'm just thinking, this is infuriating. He's literally blocking me landing with a Reaper. And he knows where my command center is. So I was not very happy about it. I mean, I guess I had some Marines here. And he had what? One of these got the things. I could have probably gone up this ramp. I could have also probably plopped my command center here, turned it into a planetary and blocked his ramp. Although he would have had the high ground benefit. So, and now he basically has on 2 bases, one of which was my original. I mean, it was a very, like, I want to say almost an easy strategy. But, like, I had no clue how to respond to that. Maybe in the future I would know. But look, that 1 Marauder basically killed all my Marines. Do you have upgrades on them? No, it's just... Yeah, I mean, I guess in the future, if I see a command center coming out, I need to know, shoot, and, like, rapidly maybe throw down a turret or do something. And at this point, I'm trying to build stuff, and he has 1 Marauder blowing away at my buildings. At that point, I saw this coming, and I realized, well, there's nothing I can do. So I believe, actually, one second, rewind a sec. I think I did try to build a, Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, I was screwed. I was like, okay, this guy, like, the strategy he was using set me off kilter so bad, I had no clue what to do. So, I mean, I think maybe in the future, like, I guess a way I could respond to it is if he takes, like, if he flies his command center up, I need to notice instantly and maybe drop down a bunker or something beside, I don't know, beside the landing, prevent somewhere for him to land. I don't know, like, basically cover the area so there's nowhere to land. I honestly, like, if I get I guess a ton of Marines or something. The problem is, like, I would need to deal a fair bit of damage in that time, and, like, yeah, I mean, I guess what I should have done is gone and killed the SCV right away. As soon as I saw that, killed the SCV. Whether stopping it with mine or using a couple of Marines to kill it. That would have prevented the command center from completing. Which means I wouldn't have flown it in. Because I think by the time I let them build the normal command center and fly it in, like, I don't think there's any response I can do to that at that point. I also think my other error was probably flying my bases so far away. The farther I fall, the farther I fly, the less actual mining time I have. Clearly, regardless of where I put, he's going to have the advantage in terms of harassing me. So I literally just need to ASAP do something, plop the command center down as close as I can, continue mining, build defenses, so that when his harass does come, we're fine, and I still have income. So I think that's what I'll have to do. So, anyway, that was a... Oh, I clicked out. That was a really strange strategy, and, I mean, I want to give the person the kind of kudos for actually thinking about it, but, like, every time somebody does cheese, it's like... I'm like, you can't play the game. This isn't going to work forever. But the problem is, I almost feel like if I don't cheese, I'm not going to get out of these lower leagues. But anyway, it is what it is. So that was that. That was a very strange matchup. It's like, oh, look! There's a planetary fortress building in my base.